could've changed.
Are you sustained to change? Yeah, I know you could've changed.
Or you could've stayed the same.
I know you never realized everything you did, but you did it. Why couldn't you just change for 1 minute into the person that we needed you to be? I wanted to have you to support me, but soon after the time arrived when you lost your pride and you couldn't take a stride in the right direction. You had no protection or selection to get the injection or connection. We saw your deflection of affection, and now you're sitting in the unwanted section, shut off from all digital perplexions, looking at reflections of neglection, hoping for perfection in anything you do. You wish you could have stayed true to your family or your crew.
Hoping for perfection in anything you do. Wish you could have stayed true to your family or your crew.
Don't you wish you wouldn't have missed that bus
With your future
on it?
You could've changed if you would've stepped up and took the blame. You could've changed.
You could've changed if you would've stepped up and took the blame. You could've changed.
But you did it, so just admit it. You turned your back on us with your future on the bus. It was like
you won the Lotto Super 7 and the plus from a 7-Eleven worker named Gus.
out a front door with no trail of dust. Used to be the rational confidant that I could trust, but I must endeavor into the past. We were growing up way too fast, while the memories never last. I can still see fragments of yourself in the Sunday weather forecast. You were drifting away, searching for the perfect storm. I noticed you slipping, word is born. Thanks for the information. Diversity was at your hands, a consummation. Shadow in the night, running from confrontations, day-to-day situations from the demons you've been chasing. So where were you when I needed you the most? Never around, like trying to find a ghost. I protest your day-to-day restrictions, cause scarred family inflictions. Our addiction is a pharmaceutical prescription. How can you tend your family when you can't control your own addiction? You could've changed if you would've stepped up and took the blame. Could've changed.
I looked into the mirror yesterday. Was it me or was it my former self? Pulled off the shelf, coming back to reality. Really get a grip, don't slip back into the mold you broke. Out of much love from those around, surround myself with those that are better than me to elevate. Set it straight on the narrow. Pharaoh, will I bow or fall? From the bridges on the ridges, inches from an incident of that proportion, like an abortion. Something you have to deal with for the rest of your days. How few in number they may be, hardly give it a second thought. Acting on one's intuition in a situation, only you can make a change. If only to arrange the memories in your mind. Blind to the ways of mankind. Find a place that you miss, pump your fist. Insist on how things used to be much better. Then it sets in. The more things change,
the more they change,
the more they stay the same.
The more they stay the same, cause you could've changed if you would've stepped up and took the blame. You could've changed.
You could've changed if you would've stepped up and took the blame. You could've changed.
Microphone check.
Yeah.
Destroy and respect.
Word.
So just keep it in check.
Yeah. Microphone check. 1, 2.
Decisions are everywhere,
so don't try to hide.
Take a long ride
and look inside,
or a mental journey
through your deepest fears.
So just shift the gears
and start to steer. Decisions.
During these past 10 years, I live beneath the surface, unconspicuous to my family service purpose. Working on my verbal skills at paper mills, so one day I could be the king of these hills. Just spitting out lyrics like Atlantic Ocean oil spills. I've seen life and been told the facts. People telling me that I'll never make it cause my education lacks. Daydreaming Been walking down railroad tracks, busting freestyle raps, eating Jello pudding snacks. Wake up to see how I'm living. Got a mother, 3 sisters, and a grandma that ain't giving. Just trying to maintain in a house of 6 members, so I could be the top contender. 3-bedroom duplex, not quite 18 yet, but I'm making that checks at the Cineplex. Thoughts open up the vortex, numbers are perplexed, in a bubble on the cerebral cortex.
Decisions are everywhere, so don't try to hide. Take a long ride and look inside, or a mental journey through your deepest fears. So just shift the gears and start to steer. Decisions, decisions.
Yeah, man, that was a
Decisions,
really good
decisions.
Really smart.
But then reality hits ya right upside the head. You got no place to go but straight to bed. And the doctor said it was a lack of sleep, cause when you got home the pain was too deep. You needed this sleep, but you just lie awake with your head on your pillow, feeling fake, knowing if you fall asleep you might not wake, cause of what's at stake and all the decisions that you make about what path to take and how to break through the barriers that hold you back. Ha ha!
Simple decisions open up the path. After dust settles, who'll be left in this aftermath?
Decisions are everywhere, so don't try to hide. Take a long ride and look inside, or a mental journey through your deepest fears. So just shift the gears and start to steer. Decisions, decisions. Decisions, decisions.
Solutions draw conclusions, and it's never gonna change. Facing my moms is like facing Doctor Strange. Under a roof of lies and embellishment, how will I make it in an unsound settlement? Time to get up and get that education. Maybe I can make it with a little termination. Decisions that I'll make will be the ones that build a nation. Better wake up and choose the right one, or life would choose it for myself, or I'll just be another unkept book on an unread bookshelf. Decisions are everywhere,
so don't try to hide. Take a long ride and look inside, or a mental journey through your deepest fears. So just shift the gears and start to steer. Decisions, decisions. Decisions, decisions. Decisions are everywhere, so don't try to hide. Take a long ride and look inside, or a mental journey through your deepest fears. So just shift the gears and start to steer. Decisions, decisions. Decisions, decisions. Decisions for a living.
You have been on my mind for a few days. I've been thinking about you as I went about doing my dusting and cleaning and working. And just this morning, the postman, Mr. Galvin, the guy with the red hair and the red beard who gets drunk on Saturday night, brought a letter for you. I can always tell it's a letter from you because he waits at the door, rings the bell, and waits to read the letter so he can find out. How's that dog yours doing in Vietnam? And I always have to say, he's doing fine. He's doing fine.
Situation diminishes, hopes and dreams turn to wishes. A peace and a homeland known to no man, not a land to call your home. Why would I act differently? Violence surrounds me on the daily, with strangers intervening to stop the bleeding. Have no clue as to how I do. Can't even go to school because it was blown up yesterday. Kids can't even play their violins. Where do I begin? I can't win a war that is 1200 years old. It's getting cold, where's the aid from the global community? Digging holes with a spade for shelter, unity and compassion for fellow man. I can't understand how I found myself here, caught in a land war.
what are we fighting for? Whatever the meaning, stop the bleeding. No more, no more, no more.
Trying to rebuild the shattered remains on an uneven plain. Tears of rain and blood make the grass grow. Grandfather, why did you have to go? Before my time, if only you weren't in this mess. I must confess and repress my true feelings. Days turn into nights and then evenings, always thinking of leaving, but what about my family? Frankly, it doesn't matter. The pitter-patter of my dog's feet on the hard concrete upon which I lay. Pray for a better day when I can play in the sunshine, not the overcast that clouds my mind. Trying to find some sort of meaning in the mist that litters the air with despair on the face of every weathered body. Hardly 18 and looking 40 with only 8 smokes and half a loaf of bread to your name, living frame by frame in a silent movie with no plot and little meaning.
A land war, what are we fighting for? Whatever the meaning, stop the bleeding. No more, no more, no more.
My best friend died yesterday, held him dearly till his last breath. Nearly frozen, I carried him home. Not a tear rolled down my cheek, my body very weak. I looked into his bloody face, what a waste. What was it for? Why are we here? Why do others live well and let their guts swell when I haven't eaten in a week, can hardly speak or care to? My thoughts run through my head, too much bloodshed for one man's eyes to see. Fueled by hate, jealousy, and envy, which begins to fill me with every passing season. No reason to satisfy an explanation to destroy this nation.
Think now, looking back, we did not fight the enemy, we fought ourselves, and the enemy was in us.
I met this girl, her name was Lola. Called her up on my Motorola, then I took her out for guacamole and an ice cream float made with Coca-Cola. Next in line was a late night stroller, then I drove her home in my Corolla. She looked me in the eye.
Do you wanna come over? There's something inside that I'd like to show you.
Then she asked,
do you have some birth controller?
I said, there's something that you should know. You ain't getting pregnant cause I'm going back door. You know, top drawer, number 2 holder. I'll clean out the back with my John Deere mower. A moment later, she lost controller.
Get the fuck out, you ain't welcome no more. I can't believe I was gonna let you score. Your game is weaker than the Canadian dollar.
Another fucking failure by this wild old sower. Now I'm feeling lower than the basement floor. Relief takes the form of the porno store. I guess I'll always just be a palm hair grower.
this belief we gotta be making our destinations. It's all we gotta be thinking in this world of expectations and goals. So what do you know? We're on a roll like 6-4 with Dayton's. Not a form of transportation in the Sass Central. Quest of a sentinel looking out for our aim. Check your flags, the finish lines, man, it's all the same game. Smash the chains of failure. So build it for success, grand design and main object. Well, if you like the flex that, go and live waiting. If you wanna lose your mind then, go ahead and escape on this tune to make the party swoon. You gotta get this soon if you don't wanna be late. Destination is fate, even if you act fake. I put my pen to my pad so that we all can relate it. Did I mention my intention so we can listen and learn? And even if you don't like it, I'm still gonna make you squirm out your seat and reach for the top of a common purpose. Let's crack the ice and look beneath the surface. Frozen waters, man, liquid. Look at all the pain you done afflicted on this mic. I grip it, so I had to switch it like, please. They never yank the plug on an MC like me. I gotta be taking advantage of my opportunities. And soon you'll be years down the road, you're thinking why I didn't do that. Oh, I'm crassing, man, I could've been fat.
Question. What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit.
Where you going? You might need an atlas.
What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit.
Under the ground or under the water, take your pick, but bring your scuba gear. 1,000 pounds of pressure injected, a lyrical message. Unless it's unconscious type of lingo up on a single. 666, now bust the riddle, got you rattled. Wonder if you're gonna make tomorrow's battle. Equipped with discs and books and other forms of information. I did a bit of travel, now I'm back in full rotation. 360 degrees to break it down, the technicalities of imperfection. But still I gotta strive with the aggression to break the four. Ranking of floor, surpass, will sink up in the soil. If I don't like, rewrite, reach heights to excite, precise. So many people had to bite, so I had to get a copyright. So where you going, you might need an atlas. The thought of you leaving is quite massive in proportion. Narrow-minded with the coordinates to get the crowd scorching. Ambition for mic flipping, who cares about the fortune? Migrate to your origin to know yourself and not be foreign. Saskatchewan's the province, I'm no novice with a compass for direction. Follow the word, and in life you'll see reflection. Nature sketching, lay back like me walking on a trail with precaution. When I said his powers are awesome.
Question. What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit. Question. What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit.
So many times had me wonder where I'm going, yet I'm flowing. This is one hit to go on. Carry on with your travels, come on, let your mind unravel. I see a path through the gravel, which will lead us to the capital, quite gradual. Getaways and such, and plus there's all them guide manuals. If you take a car, you might need to refuel to hit your spot. When I'm gone, please forget me not. This song's a sugar shot, surely a top notch for all the juggernauts of journey, juggling away from fires burning, which is concerning till we reach the second time of returning. Currently we on standby for a time to hit the skies. Now we're certified, officially frequent fly with my wingspan wide that I must testify. Can't cool my crunch while carry on with my stride. Navigational supply never run dry to satisfy. I enter the courts as import, passport of my past to move forward. On a bender of an adventure, an experimenter could get torched. The supplies from where you're going, I'm coming straight out of the north to make these long lyrics short and strong. Keep moving on and on and on. Yes, on your quest, your journey or path. Put away the past and move forth. Forth. Forth.
Question. What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit. Question. What you living for? A smash hit, put the mic down for heaven's sakes. Question. What you living for? A smash hit.
Well, at last, we're doing this task to unite and take flight. Spokesperson, vocalist, while we're dispersed upon this mic. Swift is like a handful of years with your peers is quite vivid, you know. You're having them fun times of just living sunshine and snow. You're retreat with the flow. A harvest on this mic from the seeds that were sown. We're cutting patterns, we're concepts scattering, lyrical spasms that were blasting close to causing temper tantrums, man. Just to cool out of yo, that was a low blow. The way you're damaging hip-hop with no control. You're watching the scene unfold, but it's an art that has never been told. Now put on paper, straight off the mold to be erased by paint scrapers or off a windshield. It's an open field if you can catch ideas from the sky. Write them down before I forget it. You could use a net or lose your bet on the lottery. Get closer, my winners in the prairies in Saskatchewan's got golfers popping up. So ain't about time you play the plus, subtract your average, man. But it's always different upon my paper to our advantage. All these options, how can I manage? The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Yes, the lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Change to change. They're
subject to a change. The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Change to change.
They're subject to a change. The lyrics that I write,
they're subject to the lyrics that you write are subject to $1,000 fine to design a rough draft. It was far from its prime. Triple check on grammar, then I'll move towards a message. Hey, I got a theme. I hope I won't change it. No more crumpled sheets of loose leaf in lost stages. Pages and pages of these old rhymes of the ancient, which is outrageous. 3-finger space margin for when I'm starting. The fury of this paper made pen. From then to let's blend to my advantage. Seal it up and package, change the address, not your average MC amplified to emphasize. I'll start it all over again, now visualize. The lyrics that you write and every letter's due to $1,000 fine to decline, yes, off the chart, bro. Presence was a no-show, ranking in it about a 0. No sign of a little bit of overflow of people. My cup runneth over and outgrown its own environment. This is the testament of a millennium for acknowledgement. This ain't the same old song, it changed, man, it's something different. I know you're understanding, meaning we're on the same wavelength. Too many interfered, so I had to build a fence, cause they know not from whence they came, subject to a change. The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Hey, the lyrics that I write are subject to a change, yes.
The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Change to change.
They're subject to a change. The lyrics that I write are subject to a change.
Change to change.
They're subject to a change. The lyrics that I write,
they're subject to a.
Now as we approach the sundown, I'ma run down a list of names. I even knew this kid who took 2 bullets to the brain. You're still the same. You're playing games. We live in a world of shame and the blame keeps growing. Blowing back those who chose to be flown like MCs. Epics picking them off like they was apples out of trees. Become our legacies, be one of conquering adversity. Plus we find the courage to forgive our enemies. And yeah, I hang with geeks who carry backpacks for their maps. Plus they got a book of rhyme pages for their raps. I get this off for chaps and Pat out in Halifax. And Rob who works at Subway inside the Max. Get your facts straight as the DJ puts on his last plate. If we're living in the last days, this is the last date. Never act fake as we disperse across the map. Never forget the 3rd verse in Epic's raps.
Yeah, check it out. It's Muneshine. Like this.
World premiere is a world premiere. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Step into my zone, mad rhyme from stifle ya. Light it up and represent for my block. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Designated not to make hits but hit home. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
Yeah, check it. Why is it looking possible for one to persevere as a youngin' becoming the corny rapper's worst fear? I'm wondering, how the fuck am I to do the same? When I ain't toting guns, fucking with drugs and caught up in the game,
It's simple, I keep mine's legit. Don't get me wrong, every now and then it's on, but I'm equipped with tolerance and common sense. No aspects, but on the mic I never hold back. I demand respect, so pay me that shit, cash your check. I'm waiting, no time for debating with the best. You get's Nathan's, it's up to me to collect much more than the rest. I'm true and living, ask Lord finesse. It's on the up and up, you decide. Get your pad and pen out and do the math, but do it right. It only takes a few to make a difference. Change is in the distance, can't see it but hear it if you listen.
World premiere is a world premiere. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Step into my zone, mad rhyme from stifle ya. Light it up and represent for my block. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Designated not to make hits but hit home. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
Yeah, check. Find me forever roaming the streets, combing for beats, for rhyme sheets, forever in touch with techniques, hustling speech at every opportunity, reaching out to those making change in this hip-hop community. In unity, love to the blown and soon to be, cause I'd rather read a review than any eulogy. You get it? You gotta give to get respected, and do more than battle to get your rugged ass credit. There's more than meets the eye in this day and time. When you stay in line, you may find the rumors stay alive out the grapevine, but fuck it, it takes a great mind. Example, take mine to see the lives thrive in this world we say is fine. Forget the facade, it's a mirage. Bottom line, there's more to life than cash, hoes, and cars. Nobody's too large to miss the day of judgment, so reach for the stars, but keep in mind it's coming, and keep it moving on. Yeah, keep it moving.
World premiere is a world premiere. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Step into my zone, mad rhyme from stifle ya. Light it up and represent for my block. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Designated not to make hits but hit home. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
Yeah. Why is it look impossible for one to persevere as a youngin' becoming the corny rapper's worst fear? I'm wondering how many breaks it's gonna take before the population recognizes they making mistakes and burning bridges. I go about with a certain precision, passing on the honesty and my best wishes to both friends and foes and those I never met on this journey of life. Laying phonies to rest, I do it right. Keep it moving on to the light. Pluck a star out the sky, swallow it and shine bright to the end. Bonafide for life represent. Don't forget I've been slept on, but now I circumvent. I take a step around, I'm knocking on the back, surpassing the prerequisite of whack in a single bound. I'm in the sound like the shit ain't even funny. What you don't know, you better ask somebody. Ask Nathan.
World premiere is a world premiere. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Step into my zone, mad rhyme from stifle ya. Light it up and represent for my block. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Designated not to make hits but hit home. You don't know, you better ask somebody. World premiere is a world premiere. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Step into my zone, mad rhyme from stifle ya. Light it up and represent for my block. You don't know, you better ask somebody. Designated not to make hits but hit home. You don't know, you better ask somebody.
There you have it. It's like that.